ancestor spirit. This is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising in the North Node. I have cleansed the space, meditated on the cards, and these are the messages for Aquarius. Oh, wow, okay. Notice the signs. Investigate symbols, nature spirits. This is a card indicating that you're experiencing synchronicities, noticing symbolism and things of that nature wherever you are. Teach and share. Instill, instruct, and educate. Ancestor, give me one more for, at least one more for Aquarius. Connect with animals, animal spirit guides, healing, and passed on pets. What messages? Okay, so I'm going to try to separate myself from the resources. These artists and authors put a lot of work into the resources that come with these, materials that come with these decks, and it's a whole experience. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about other things. We're going to get to the messages. Notice the signs, investigate symbols, nature spirits. You could be sensing some of the presence of some kind of energies around you. This could come in the form of synchronicity, animals, insects, repeating numbers, and it could be on the billboard at the gas station. It could be on a receipt. It would be on a license plate, on the clock. Signs and synchronicities that may even be repeating, that are too obvious for you to ignore them as coincidence, hypothetically speaking. So your responsibility is to teach and share, instill, instruct, and educate. You know, the world, in the age of information, you know, the knowledge is a choice. You should do what you feel passionate about and instill the most virtuous values of yourself into others, and you should share your information. The people that are meant to receive your message will get it. You know, take what resonates. So the only way to find like-minded individuals who have the same interest as you Connect with animals, animal spirit guides, healing, passed on pets. All dogs go to heaven. Let's take a moment with this. So, even if you have to like Google it, we all have an animal spirit guide or like a totem animal based on your, I think it's based on your zodiac, your sun sign. We might get into a series about birth charts and things like that later, and why the birth chart and the placements are important. But your sun sign, the one you primarily identify as, for example, these are messages for Aquarius. Find your animal spirit guide. This is an invocation or message from your ancestors that is calling you to heal. Passed on pets. Losing an animal companion can be difficult. You know, we consider them an extension of ourselves. Animals, in a sense, have their own form of like emotional healing. I don't think everyone is. Well, we won't get into the ethics of wild and domesticated animals and ownership and all those things. That's not what we're here for. So, okay, we're gonna carry on and see what the resources have to tell us. Just keep coming past it. Okay. Distinct Celtic culture originated in Central Europe around 1200 BCE. The Celts gradually expanded their presence throughout Western Europe, arriving in British Isles from 500 BCE. While customs varied, the tribes shared language and a core set of beliefs. The Celts were animists who brought everything in the natural world. Who thought everything in the natural world had its own spirit. They believed they could communicate with these nature spirits, and in turn, that the spirits spoke to them through signs. Knowledge of these signs was passed down through song, story, art, and poetry. The Celts believed everything came in threes, such as the past, present, and future. The earth, the sky, and the ocean, the three phases of human life. In the medicine wheel, that was in an earlier reading, there was 4. So, this is just the similarities and differences between cultural traditions. I had to opt that in. The Celts, oh no, we weren't. Okay, 3 phases of human life. Thus, many Celtic symbols feature a trinity. A triskelion, is it triskelion, the triple spiral, represents the movement from past to present to future, or from birth to death to rebirth. It's no coincidence that you have drawn this card today. Your spirit guides have passed, and past loved ones are trying to help you and want to get your attention. The numbers and synchronicities. Angel numbers, if you will. I actually ended up in traffic behind a car that had my name on the license plate and a 4-digit number. I think it was a 4 or 3-digit number. I'm not sure. I ended up stepping out of my driver's side of my car. I think it was last winter. and there was almost like a runner's number, like printed on a piece of paper, and it was like all dirty and tattered, and it was face up, and it had a 4-digit number, and the numbers were in green, and it looked like something like you would attach to yourself if you were like running in a marathon or crim race or something like that. I don't know where it came from. Piece of luggage, I have no idea. But I pulled up to the normal parking place, one of the normal parking spots at work, and still I didn't see this piece of paper with this number on it face up. And it wasn't until I pulled up and parked and I stepped out of my vehicle that this was like, it looked like it had been like perfectly laid out on the ground before me. I found feathers in my path. So, colors are significant, numbers are significant. We talk about some of the theorists, we're not going to identify what kind, but some of the theorists believe in like Hollywood symbolism, for example, psychology and colors, psychology and branding. We could talk about this for a long time. And I keep trying to get deeper into it and intuitively come out with it at a different angle, because there's repeated messages across the collective of Zodiac doesn't mean that every card is going to bring out the same message. Every reader in the spiritual community is not going to produce the same energy. So I don't know, you follow resources and guides and people and things in this life that you're drawn to, so you decide what kind of energy you want in your field, in your aura. Moving forward, so it's no coincidence that you have drawn this card today. Your spirit guides and past loved ones are trying to help you and want to get your attention. They will send you a sign or message 3 times, so as you pay attention, make a note of any symbols or coincidences. You might find 3 coins, meet 3 people with the same name, or be visited by 3 crows. And as you get to know what each sign means, your spirit guides will continue to use them to get messages through to you. This card is a sign that the universe hears your wishes and prayers. Look for the signs the universe is sending to help you make a decision. Be honest about how you feel about a situation, because you need to be 100% certain of what you are choosing. Remember, what you're not changing, you're choosing. Repeated behavior or habits, positive or negative, is like a choice. And this has a force and it has an effect on your reality and your life. Do not feel pressured or rushed by anyone. Take your time to weigh up all of the pros and cons. Once you have all the information, you will be able to make a strong and confident choice. We spent a lot of time already, so we're going to try to get okay. Instill, instruct, educate. Buddhism was introduced to Tibet in the 7th century, where it developed in relative isolation. Over the centuries, unique culture, identity, and language of the religion became inseparably linked to Tibetan Buddhism, where great emphasis is placed on the spiritual masters and teachers of the Dharma. These teachers, called lamas, complete extensive study over many years to prepare for their role in providing healing, initiations, and ceremonies, and teaching their traditions, beliefs, insight, and wisdom. The lamas, monks, and nuns also have the added responsibility of protecting and promoting Tibet's environment, language, and culture. Tibetan lamas and monks devote their lives to the study and practice of Buddhism. However, religious practice is a part of daily life for most Tibetans. Many families throughout the ages have proudly sent a child to a monastery to be educated as a monk. You are not alone. You may be questioning why you are here and what your true purpose is. This card has appeared to let you know that you are a natural teacher and it is part of your life purpose. You don't need to be a school teacher or a child care worker. You can show people a new way of being or looking at the world. You may be teaching your children or grandchildren everyday things, or you may be encouraging a friend to try something new or different. Value the wisdom and skills you can pass on to others. Look at the ways you can incorporate teaching or mentoring into your life so others may benefit. You have the ability to connect with people from all walks of life and show them the way. Try not to overthink this aspect of your purpose. You may already be teaching others without realizing it. Enjoy sharing your gifts with others. Connect with animals, animal spirit guides, healing, and past pets. The Sami of the Nordic countries were originally nomads. During the summer, they lived in teepee-like tents, known as the katas, which could easily be moved as they traveled with their animals. In the winter, sturdier peat hurts kept them warm. The Sami originally hunted wild reindeer for food and raw materials, but over time learned how to tame, manage, and keep them in herds. Domesticated reindeer were used for milking, transportation, and to attract wild reindeer when they're hunting. Family groups called sida shared resources. The fishing families lived in more permanent communities, whereas the Sami, who lived off the land, hunting and breeding reindeer, usually lived a more nomadic life. Between winter grazing in the forest and the summer pastures high in the mountains, they traveled hundreds of miles with their tame reindeer. Many of these traditions continue throughout new generations of Sami in Finland, Norway, Sweden, and Russia. You have a natural connection with animals. They're drawn to your energy and trust you. You have a gift for communicating with and healing all kinds of animals, including fish and birds. You may have been thinking about working with animals, adopting a rescue animal, volunteering at an animal shelter, or looking after injured wildlife. If you already work with animals or have pets of your own, this card is confirmation that you are on the right track. Keep up the great work you are doing with animals. This card may bring a message from a beloved pet that has passed away. Try to see or sense your beloved pet. You may feel heat or tingling in your body, or feel when your pet's presence is around you. Your pet wants you to know it's happy, that it loves you very much and is still around you and your family. This may also be a sign that your animal spirit guides are trying to get in touch with you. Pay attention to any animals you are drawn to or that keep appearing for you, as this may be a clue to who your animal spirit guide is. Your animal spirit guide will always be with you. It will give you physical warnings, like an animal instinct, when you need to pay attention or be on alert. Try to connect with your animal spirit guide today. Thank you, Ancestor Spirit. We're going to bring this reading to a close, and I thank you for joining me. Hope to see you next time.